Ever wondered who was the first ruler to harness the power of an elephant army in ancient India? Let's turn the pages back to the era of the Magadha kingdom. Born to King Bimbisara and Queen Kosala Devi, Ajatashatru was cradled in power and wealth. The kingdom he grew up in was one of the most influential of its time, a bustling hub of culture and commerce, renowned for its military might. As a prince, Ajatashatru was groomed for leadership from a young age, from understanding the complexities of governance to mastering the art of warfare. His formative years were filled with rigorous training and lessons in diplomacy. But his aspirations were not limited to what he was taught. He was a man of vision, a man of ambition. He dreamt of a Magadha that was not just powerful, but invincible. However, the prince's ambitions were far greater than simply inheriting his father's throne. But what lengths would Ajatashatru go to seize power? The story of Ajatashatru is a tale of ambition and ruthlessness. Son of the king Bimbisara, he was not content to wait for his turn on the throne. He staged a coup against his father, seizing control of the powerful kingdom of Magadha. However, his hunger for power didn't stop there. To solidify his claim, he imprisoned his father, an act unheard of in the annals of Magadha's history. The palace walls were stained with patricide when Ajatashatru, unable to bear the guilt or perhaps the potential threat, eventually ordered the murder of his father Bimbisara. With this act, he ascended to the throne, his path cleared of the familial obstacle that once stood in his way. The throne was his, but the cost was great. His actions would echo through the kingdom, casting a shadow on his rule. Thus, Ajatashatru came to rule, but his reign was not without its challenges. What would you do to protect your kingdom? This is a question that Ajatashatru, the ambitious ruler of Magadha, faced daily. His reign was a time of intense conflict, but also of innovation in warfare and statecraft. Ajatashatru was a military innovator, pioneering the use of elephant armies, a formidable force in ancient warfare. He understood the psychological impact of these majestic beasts on the battlefield. The sight of a line of war elephants, armored and ready, could shake the resolve of even the most hardened soldier. These giant warriors played a crucial role in maintaining his dominance. But Ajatashatru didn't just rely on brute force, he also invested heavily in fortifications, understanding that a kingdom's strength lay not only in its ability to attack, but also to defend. His capital, Pataliputra, was surrounded by a massive wooden wall, a testament to his strategic foresight. His reign wasn't without conflict, however. He was constantly at odds with the neighboring kingdoms of Kosala and Vriji. These conflicts, often brutal and bloody, were a testament to the turbulent nature of his rule. Yet, they also drove him to innovate and adapt, to find new ways to protect his kingdom and ensure its survival. Ajatashatru's reign was marked by blood and iron, but also by significant developments in warfare and statecraft. His legacy, though marred by violence, also reflects a ruler who understood the complexities of power and the necessity of evolution in a changing world. But what becomes of a king who has spent his life in battle? As the sun began to set on Ajatashatru's rule, he found himself drawn towards spirituality. Interactions with Buddha and his disciples led him to appreciate the teachings of peace and non-violence, a stark contrast to his own bloody path to the throne. It's said that Ajatashatru even sought counsel from Buddha on matters of governance and personal introspection, showing a softer side to the otherwise hardened ruler. His later life also saw an exposure to Jainism, adding another layer of complexity to this enigmatic king. It's interesting to note that despite his violent ascension, Ajatashatru sought solace in these philosophy-driven religions. And then the inevitable came. Ajatashatru's death, like his life, was steeped in controversy. While some accounts suggest he was overthrown by his own son, others paint a picture of a remorseful king dying a peaceful death. The truth, as is often the case, remains shrouded in the mists of history. The throne of Magadha did not remain vacant for long. A succession of rulers followed, each leaving their own imprint on the kingdom, but the shadow of Ajatashatru's rule loomed large over them all. This marked the end of an era, a period of intense power struggles, innovative warfare, and religious introspection. Ajatashatru, a ruler whose life was as tumultuous as his reign, left a lasting legacy on the Magadha kingdom and the history of India.
हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और साथ ही बेल आइकन दबाएं, जिससे समय पर नोटिफिकेशन आपको मिलती रहे। आपका एक लाइक हमें प्रोत्साहित करता है जिससे कि हम नई वीडियो बनाएं। थैंक्स फॉर योर सपोर्ट।